Hello, universe. Welcome to my world. Normally when we do an Angelina Jordan video, we do it through one song. But today, we're going to tell a story. Now, for this story, we need a time machine, and we need to go back to 1960. This is before Bob Dylan, this is before the Beatles. And we're going to tell the story about the age of innocence, and more specifically, about the innocence of love. Now, once we're back in 1960, we even have to go back a little bit further. In 1955, the Four Aces sang a song called "Love is a Many Splendid Thing." Now, this song was very much our parents' generation. We were just kids then. We didn't know very much about anything. We had heard the word love before, but we weren't quite sure what it meant. And this song really didn't help us understand it that much. We didn't even know what splendor was. We thought maybe it had something to do with the roses growing in the garden. And around that same time, also 1955, Frank Sinatra sang Love and Marriage.
Love and marriage, love and marriage go together like the horse and carriage.
But when Frank Sinatra sang Love and Marriage, we suddenly understood what our future was. First we would fall in love, and then we would get married. And this was very much our parents' generation, 1955. But by 1960, we were coming of age, and so was our music. In 1960, Paul Anka sang Puppy Love.
And they called it puppy love. Oh, I guess they'll never know how a young heart really feels, and why I love her so.
Now, we knew what puppies were, and we sort of knew what love was, but we weren't quite sure what puppy love was. And so we were still coming of age, and love and marriage and romance was really all a bit of a mystery to us. But also around the same time, Frankie Avalon was singing Venus. So there was a goddess of love that you can send your wishes and your prayers to, and maybe, if you're lucky, they could all come true. Also around that time, 1964, it could have just been 1960 as well, the Shangri-Las were Walking in the Sand, another very romantic song from a bygone era capturing the innocence.
Walking in the sand, walking hand in hand. The night was so exciting, the smile was so inviting. Softly, softly we'd meet with our lips.
Also in 1960, Paul Anka was Putting His Head on Your Shoulder, which was another idealistic, romantic song to capture the imagination of our youth.
Put your head on my shoulder, hold me in your arms, baby, squeeze me oh so tight, show me that you love me too.
But 62 years later, in 2022, Angelina Jordan comes along and sings the same song. And she captures the innocence of romance and the innocence of love.
Put your head on my shoulder, hold me in your arms, baby. Squeeze me oh so tight. Show me that you love me too. Put your lip next to mine, dear. Won't you kiss me once, baby? Just a kiss goodnight and maybe you and I will fall in love.
By 1960, we were really getting some idea of how love and marriage would go together. And so when the Dixie Cups sang about going to the Chapel of Love, it was all starting to make sense and all starting to come together in our budding romantic minds.
Gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. We really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love.
And also in 1959, the Dream Lovers sang an ode to love and marriage called When We Get Married.
When we get married, we'll have a big celebration. Send invitations to all our friends and relations.
So it was all coming together. We were understanding that love and marriage and romance, they sort of all merged together. And this was how we were developing, and this was how we saw the future. And then by the late 60s, the Beatles just confirmed that completely.
All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need.
By 1970, Andy Williams was singing a song he could have sung in 1960, the theme of Love Story and the glory of love.
She fills my heart with very special things, with angel songs and wild imaginings.
But Angelina Jordan also did that song just a few years ago, and she did an excellent version of this.
Fills my heart with very special things, with angel songs, with wild imaginings.
So what does all this mean? Normally we understand music as a deep emotional experience, how it moves us emotionally. But now we see how music can shape and steer our social attitudes, and we can see how social attitudes are expressed in music, but also maybe how social attitudes can shape and steer our music. I mean, for me personally, this is a huge part of my development when I was a kid, my understanding of romance and love and marriage. But we are doing an Angelina Jordan channel, and so we do get back to Angelina Jordan in the end. For my generation, Angelina Jordan takes us back to a bygone era of innocence and wonder, and she captures a type of purity of love. It's easy to capture innocence when you're a young child, whether you're 8 or 12 or 16. And she does that very gracefully for my generation. But at the same time, she also has a sweetness and a courtesy from a bygone era which reinforces her music and her message, and which takes us back to the innocence of our youth. We will continue to be taken back to a bygone era with Angelina Jordan. Okay, gang, I'm out of here. I'll catch you later. Bye.